for 3 key points that our Vietnamese students should pay attention to when considering applying for top US universities. One, just before we begin, I'd like to preface to say that college admissions in America is regional, meaning the admissions officers that review Vietnamese students is different than the admissions officers that are reviewing, for example, Chinese students or students in other regions like in California, etc. So you are being compared against students that are considered your peers. That being said, one extremely important point is building out your field readiness. Field readiness refers to how prepared colleges think you are for your major. This means we must pay special attention to building out major-related activities earlier on. And perhaps that leads into point 2, where we must pay attention earlier on to developing out what is a suitable major, which means what may student strengths better align for, what is a better long-term strategy, and that would lead into better activities and better field readiness. If we're looking at point number 3, then we also have to consider indirect activities that support student growth and student development. So of course you're going to have your field readiness, perhaps there are internships or research that relate to your intended major, but then of course you may have other indirectly important activities. For example, you may be interested in science and you have great research that we provided you through an awesome professor opportunity, but you may also be doing speech and debate, where you are improving your presentation skills, which will also make you a better scientific researcher. Things of that nature, which can show the full picture for a student's abilities and therefore future potential for success. So for our Vietnamese students, especially compared with students from other foreign nations, East Asian nations, we can say their English is very strong, studying English from a young age. We can also say that their student profiles with respect to different personal activities, whether that's sports, music, is also a very strong art. And in that way, students are also very hardworking and they have really strong academics. So we've been very happy to see these strengths among our Vietnamese students, which has resulted in some really great results.